Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be the Get to Know Me tag. The Get to Know Me tag that was created by Debbie Knoblauch's husband. So who is Debbie Knoblauch? I'm going to leave her channel and also her video where she answered the questions in the description box down below. She's a fellow YouTuber, also a small YouTuber. A small YouTuber like me. She's really lovely, and I met her through the Paulina collab last summer. So yeah, I saw her do the video and I thought the funny thing was that I have been working on a tag like this too, but she was first. Yeah, and I thought that actually her husband created questions that I would not have ever considered, which is so cool. You know, it's not just makeup related, mine would also not have been, but he asked questions, or he gave her questions to answer that were really out there and special and also deep. You know, not all of them, but sometimes like some of them are really deep. So I thought that was really cool, and even though I didn't get tagged, but I'll still do the tag because I love doing tag videos, and also it'll help me right now in my situation right now to get back in front of the camera, because I don't know if you saw my Get Ready With Me the other day when I did this look, because I'm filming this on the same day, the first impression of the Give Me Butterflies palette from Colourpop. You will have seen or heard me talking about me having gone through a loss of a dear friend to brain cancer, and I have not been filming for a couple of days because I was just mourning and not like able to do anything. Like stuff like this I couldn't do. Of course I have to function as a mom and all of that, but I could not do anything that is beauty related or anything. I just couldn't care, you know, so I was crying. So yeah, that's why doing a tag video right now is going to be really good for me, because I'm super comfortable doing tag videos and it sort of brings me back into the rhythm of doing things here on YouTube. So there are 10 questions, I think, and let's go right into it, okay? So the first question is, if you had the power for 10 seconds to put a thought into the mind of every person in the world, what would it be? So for me, that would be peace. And peace for me is not just peace in the world, no war and things like this. It's also peace of mind, peace of soul, like peace in your situation where you are. And especially now where I'm just getting out of this very fierce period of mourning, it's peace. Peace, what I want. Peace, what I want for my friend who passed away. It's hard. Peace. That's what it is. I want peace. I just want to have peace, yeah. For me personally also, because I'm in a lot of turmoil. As you probably have noticed, if you are not new here, then you know that I've been struggling all those last months. I've been in a bit of a mess when it comes to my soul and my all of that, and I just want to have peace because I feel like I'm struggling all the time within me. So it's the inner peace. It's just arriving somewhere and being in peace and not having to struggle anymore. And that, of course, for every single person, and also on the political level in like the world politics and things like this, I would really love that. So for me, it would be peace. Number 2, what was the last restaurant you sat down and ate, and what did you order? So that is, of course, a whole different level of question. So yeah, my husband and I were trying to do a date night every week. So I actually, when I'm filming this, it's just a couple of days ago, maybe like a little bit less than a week ago, that we went out, and we went to a Argentinian restaurant which is in downtown Jerusalem. And for me, it's always very hard to order something because, you know, I have like eating issues. I have the hardest time to eat something that I have not prepared myself, but I'm trying to get there. So I did order a steak because I love meat. What can I do? I ordered a steak and my husband ate the side dishes, the unhealthy side dishes. Because, you know, I tried to order it to my liking. I wanted to have a steak and I wanted to have some grilled vegetables with it. They said, we cannot do that. So I was ready to walk out. My husband said, okay, wait a second. Okay, let's just do it that way. You order whatever you want, however many dishes you need in order to feel okay, and I'll eat everything that you don't want. That's love. Okay, so just saying, that's what we did. What did I eat? I ate steak, and ended up having fried mushrooms, which I had a problem with because they were fried in oil, and I usually don't do that, but I try to sort of be, I try to be okay. It's hard. Okay, question number 3. In your opinion, what's the next best thing to sliced bread? Sweeties, I know that people like sliced bread. I don't care. What's something that I really like? I like mushrooms. What's the next best thing to mushrooms? Cauliflower. Raw cauliflower. I know I'm weird. I'm not thinking that way. You know, I used to, in my old life, before my weight loss and before all of these things, I love to have a sliced bread, fresh bread, just with butter and salt. I know how it tastes. I know how good it is, and there is really not much else you really need in your life than fresh bread and butter and salt. But that's not part of my life anymore. So for me, my best meals are some kind of protein, lean protein, and raw vegetables. And if I can't have that, then some other kind of lean protein and some other vegetable. So yeah. That's that. What I'm really crazy about, honestly, is roasted nuts. Roasted and salted nuts are so addictive. And I know I need the fat. I can eat it. It's just that I can't stop. It's really hard because it's so good. So yeah, that's something. Okay, question number 4. What sound do you just absolutely love? The sound of my sleeping children. Because I have so much noise in my life every single day of my 7 kids. They make so much noise. If you don't know, I have 7 kids ranging, I had 7 kids in 9 years. So there is a lot of tension, there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of running around, there is a lot of arguing, there's a lot of everything. You know, it's crazy. So the sound of my sleeping children, the even breathing of them during the night, and nobody fighting, nobody saying anything, just me and my own breath and quiet. That's the best thing. So yeah, I like that. Besides that, I also like the sound of rain. The sound of rain, especially when you have a room under the roof and you really feel how it's coming down. Now in the winter, it's really nice. I really like that. Question number 5. If you could paint a picture of any scenery you've witnessed with your own eyes, what would you paint? What I've witnessed with my own eyes. I could paint sceneries. I've not witnessed a lot. I've not traveled a lot, really. So I really don't know. Does it have to be a scenery like nature? Then I don't know, because it would probably be something here in Israel, maybe the nature around the Dead Sea or things like this. The desert has something that is very spiritual about it. I really like that, but I think if I would just any scenery, if it doesn't have to be nature, then I would probably paint me nursing twins. Because that was insane, and it was very special. Makes you feel like a bit of a, I don't know, it makes you feel like you have to really grow out of your own body and rise above yourself. Rise above yourself. But I probably would paint that, because I did that twice. I nursed both of my sets of twins, and it's special. It's really special, and yeah. That's what it is. Okay, the next one, question number 6. If you could choose one thing, what do you think is the secret sauce to a happy life? So I think that is faith. And I'm not saying religion, because I do have a problem with that term. Because I'm way too much of a butterfly to sort of be in that. I don't believe in religion, I believe in God, and I believe wholeheartedly in God, but I sort of have my way of doing it. And I have a bit of a hard time being pressed into cages, as you maybe can imagine if you know me a little bit. So I love God, and I think God is the only thing that makes sense in my life. And I cannot say that about anything else. Like, I love a lot of things in my life. I love my children, of course, I love my family and everything, but the only thing that really truly makes sense and never disappoints is God. So that is that for me. That is my secret sauce. And that's the only reason why I'm sitting here, because for myself, I would not be able to do this, not in this situation now, of like a personal hardship right now, but also in general. I don't think I would have gotten through those first years of YouTube that were really, really hard, you know, with very little response, very little growth, partially, and that was really, really hard. And I think if I wouldn't have the knowledge that God wants me to be here and do this, that this is my place that has been chosen for me, then I wouldn't do it, you know. I would not have found my place. And so I would definitely say for me, it's God. Okay, so question number 7 is, what do you think is the greatest invention and why? The greatest invention. Toothbrushes. I don't want to make this sound silly. I know there is electricity and there's all kinds of things. And I also thought that Debbie's answer, I think she said wheelchairs. Did you say wheelchair? I think so, right? So if you don't know, she is handicapped and she's sitting in a wheelchair, I guess, most of the time. And for her, that is obviously something that is very, very important in her life and essential and life-changing. And it was very, very touching when she spoke about that in her video. So I want to say toothbrushes, though, because yes, I could say all kinds of things. I just don't want to. You know, I think toothbrushes are very important. I love it when people smell fresh. So yeah. The next question is, what's the best way to spend a rainy day? That is totally cuddling up with my bunny rabbit that I just got. I got myself a bunny rabbit. It's really for my kids, but they don't know that it's really mine, you know. We have a 2-month-old bunny rabbit. I should really get him here and introduce him to you. Should I do that? Give me a second, I'll get him. Okay, let me introduce Harry to you. This is Harry. He is 2 months old. He is some kind of American purebred something bunny rabbit. For me, he's just Harry. He's so cute. Let me just hold him in the camera because why not? He's so cute. Oof. Yeah, so he's still really, really small and I love him to bits, and I'm so glad that I have him. He has been the best thing for my anxiety. Like, I have been doing so much better ever since I have him. So yeah, and he just fits into one hand. He's so cute. Yeah, so he's 2 months old and I love him so much. And now I actually feel like a real YouTuber, because apparently like the real good YouTubers all have animal hairs flying around, right? So yeah, so I'm going to join into the ranks of the real YouTubers, and that means that I'm going to get really, really big, I think. So yeah. All right, Harry, what do you think? You think so too? That your mommy's going to be very big on YouTube? Yes. All right, so he's going to be with me here while we're answering the next question. So wait, where were we? Rainy day. Rainy day, of course, it's going to be cuddling with Harry. And actually, it's raining today like crazy. So that's what I'm going to do probably for at least a little bit before I have to, of course, kick in and be in the mother mode and do whatever I have to do at home. But there's always like 10 minutes or so that I can spend with him, right? Okay, so that is that. I love to read. The problem has always been, especially in the last year, that every time I sit down to read, I fall asleep because I've been so exhausted. Now, ever since I started to implement my New Year's resolutions, that I've made a video about this, that I want to take better care of myself, I've been sleeping way more. It's probably something like 3 hours more per night, and that has been so good, and I'm so glad that I'm doing this. So I think at some point when I sort of caught up with sleeping, I will start to read a little bit more because I love reading. I love that moment when your mind switches to this parallel universe and you're diving into the story of the book and then you're there. I love that. So that is definitely something, if I had the time and I'm not editing and I'm not sleeping and I'm not eating and I'm not doing laundry and I'm not... yeah, that's... Oh, the smell of an animal is so good. He's so cute. So cute. Oh, I love this boy. Oh, you mommy's little boy. I know. Yeah. It's the emptiness syndrome, sweeties. My little one is 3.5. It's time for another baby. All right, let me just try to do this here with my left hand to get the next question. Okay, what is the rainy day? We did. So question number 9. What food that you don't make would you stockpile if you suddenly found out that next week it would no longer be available forever? I don't know. I really don't know, because I make all my food, you know. I don't know if I can answer this question really truthfully, because I don't think I can, because all my food is raw basically, besides the proteins. The proteins I do, I don't know, steam or whatever, you know, or not really fry, but bake or steam or something like that. Maybe chicken. Because I really, or poultry in general, I really love poultry, even more than red meat, and fish is okay, but not so much. So I think it would be poultry. I would have to, I would need a big freezer, really, really big freezer. All right, but I think I could manage without it too. Like, it wouldn't be such a big deal, because I'm not trying to go too crazy about eating, about attaching myself to certain foods, because that is part of my recovery from my eating disorder. I mentioned this so many times. I don't know. If this starts to get on your nerves, let me know. I might still talk about it though, because what can I do? It's part of my life. All right. So anyway, question number 10. What is the last experience that you think made you a better person? Wow. I think there are a lot of them. The very last one is probably now the passing of my friend, of my very, very good friend. I think it did make me a better person. I can't even explain to you, because it's very private, why that is. But I think it did. And before that, I would say the births of my children. Yeah, because I think a birth is something so selfless of a mother, you know, to basically give yourself up and to give birth to a child. And also for me, it was getting pregnant. Getting pregnant made me be a better person. I guess that's why I got pregnant so often. Just really wanted to be a better person, because for me, it was, of course, besides the last pregnancy, it was for me always treatments, fertility treatments, big time. It was surgeries that I had to undergo to get pregnant. So for me, it always meant giving myself up and being completely available for someone else. And that was very, very good for that time. Now finally I'm switching over to actually not being that consciously. I don't know if I'm making myself clear here, but I'm trying to not only live for others anymore, but also myself exist and matter. So that is a good thing too. But I think it was a very, very important thing for my personal development to go through that, you know, because I needed that. I really, really did. So, and then there's of course Harry. Getting him was very good for my personal development, because everybody needs something fluffy, right? Okay, so I think we went through all the questions. I hope that was entertaining for you, and maybe you got to know me a little bit better. I think that about most of the things I have sort of spoken about on my channel already, like, because eating is always an issue on my channel. Like, very frequently I talk about this. And I also, as I told you, I spoke about the loss of my friend in my Get Ready With Me, which I'm going to probably have linked up somewhere here or in the description box, so you will definitely find it. Anyway, so I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, then please give the video a like. If you like Harry, then let me know in the comment section. Do you have a rabbit? Then let me know too. Ah, sweetie bun. And yeah, and besides that, if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. And of course, I will see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. Don't forget to check out Debbie. And besides that, hugs and kisses. Go ahead and sparkle. Bye.